It's been a while since you saw my face. I'm sorry, that was such a bad joke. What's up, guys? My name is Viv. I am a college student who loves reading, and I'm here to share that love with all of you. That song has been stuck in my brain since the second it came out. I'm sick of it, but am I gonna continue to watch commentary videos on the situation? Absolutely. I didn't upload a video last week, and I'm sorry. That is why I said that joke, but things are happening. A lot of things are happening. Big changes in my life. I'm moving next week, so I'm actually filming this on the day that my video should have come out, but I was working when I needed to film the video, so I couldn't film the videos. Plus my family was home this whole week. It's just a lot of not great things coming together, but I had time to film today, and I will be uploading this so that I don't miss 2 weeks in a row, because that's never fun for me. The content will keep coming. The grind never stops. I am so close to finishing a book that I have been reading since March. A lot. It's been so long, and we will talk about that soon. But it also kind of follows a theme. You know, I kind of get into these hyperfixations that you may have been able to see already. But medical books, like nonfiction books about medical history, really interest me, and that's one that we will be seeing today. And yeah, I'm so excited to finally finish that book and review it, because it's been a long time coming. But anyways, we will be recording a video today, and from when I move, we will just figure out how that'll go, where I need to film, how I need to get the editing software, lots of things. There's just a lot of things that I need to figure out, but it doesn't mean I will stop uploading. I will continue to upload, but if it is slightly more sporadic, I truly apologize. I'm starting a huge new chapter in my life, and I want to make sure that I am doing what I can to make sure that transition is as good as possible so I can get right back to filming, editing videos. Okay, I hope that made sense, because my brain, as usual, is not working. But let's get right onto the review, shall we? The book we are reviewing today is Mountains Beyond Mountains by Tracy Kidder. It is a nonfiction book following the Dr. Paul Farmer. Rest in peace, an amazing man, and his philanthropy over his life. This book was published in 2003, and I read it in school a couple years ago. Like I said, I was in a STEM class, so a lot of these books that I read were books that I read and really enjoyed in a STEM program. It was a science English STEM program about anatomy and physiology, so we learned a lot about medical history, and this was one of them. Before we read the book, Paul Farmer was alive. Unfortunately, though, he passed away while I was still in that class, so it was really, really sad, because he is a very, very good man, and you will find that out. While I'm going to try to review it as thoroughly as I can, I won't be able to give it justice. Like, please read this book for yourself, or I think there's a documentary on Netflix of him that you should definitely check out. But yes, Paul Farmer is an amazing man, and I'm going to tell you all about him in this review. As always, we will start with the summary. In medical school, Paul Farmer found his life's calling: to cure infectious diseases and to bring life-saving tools of modern medicine to those who need them most. Tracy Kidder's magnificent account shows how one person can make a difference in solving global health problems through a clear-eyed understanding of the interaction of politics, wealth, social systems, and disease. Profound and powerful, Mountains Beyond Mountains takes us from Harvard to Haiti, Peru, Cuba, and Russia as Farmer changes people's minds through his dedication to the philosophy that the only real nation is humanity. Beautiful, beautiful. Paul Farmer is truly such a good man. And not only is he a good man, but he's funny, and he's charismatic, and just like every good trait you could think in a person, Paul Farmer possesses. Like, he's just so great. I have so much admiration for him, and I'm so upset that he's gone, because he was such a wonderful person. And I hope that there are people in the organization he founded that are continuing to fight this fight, because we really, really, really need people like him in this world. So, like I said, this book is a biography written by Tracy Kidder about Paul Farmer and his philanthropy. It is about Paul Farmer, but it is about the work that Paul Farmer did. You learn about Paul Farmer, you follow his life, but it is mostly about his philanthropy, not always about his personal life. So Paul Farmer, he grew up with little means in a family that you could almost call nomadic. They moved when he was still a child to the south, to Tampa, and his family of 8 lived in a boat for a lot of his childhood. Like, his parents were just free souls that kind of just did whatever they felt was fun for them. So yeah, it was definitely a unique childhood, but he was one of the most intelligent people in his family. He ended up going to Duke University, where he got his medical degree. And at Duke, he learned about liberation theology, and he learned about anthropology, and suddenly he found his calling. He realized he wanted to help people in underdeveloped countries get access to modern medicine and affordable healthcare. He was a really good doctor. He could have made a ton of money being a private practitioner. He could have become one of the richest doctors in the US. Instead, he went to underdeveloped countries, Haiti in specific, and provided better resources to these countries. Now, he worked in Cuba, in South Africa, in Russia, but his passion lay in Haiti. He loved Haiti more than any other country in the world, and while he wanted to help people throughout the entire world, Haiti was where he spent most of his time if he was not in the US. He built a hospital for people in Haiti and provided free medical care for them. He was very, very conscious of their beliefs. They had a lot of beliefs regarding voodoo, and you get sick because someone puts a curse on you. So he was very aware of that and made sure to approach them with modern medicine without disregarding or discrediting these people's beliefs, regardless of how he felt about them. And overall, he just did such good things. He was always on the ground level. He provided people with these resources and created a better space. Even though we're in a place in our world when even people in developed countries cannot get access to medical care, such as the US. Thanks for that. Paul Farmer continued to work. He's continued to do good in countries that needed it the most, and he's just a very good man. Paul Farmer also established a nonprofit organization called Partners in Health. Partners in Health is a nonprofit organization that provides medical care to people in the poorest parts of undeveloped countries. He and many others who founded this organization went all around the world providing medical care to extremely impoverished areas of the world, and they did so much good. The diseases he focused on most were tuberculosis and AIDS, 2 diseases that were rampant throughout so many different countries around the world. Haiti had one of the biggest percentages of tuberculosis and AIDS patients in the entire world. South Africa is another country who deals a lot with tuberculosis. He worked hard to provide access for those infectious diseases, specifically as they were extremely dangerous. They killed so many people in those countries, and he did not want them to experience those casualties when, if they were in developed countries, they could easily get care that would let them live normal lives. This didn't come without pushback, however. There were many people who discouraged him. They said it was not profitable, and they did not want to fund it since it wasn't profitable. There are things in this world that have been monetized that are just, it's just disgusting. You should not monetize prisons, and you should not monetize healthcare. Those are the 2 that I think should be completely eradicated, and yet we see that all over the world. And by healthcare, I also mean pharmaceutical companies, because big pharma, get them out of here. Like, I hate so much that there are people that are taking away people's fundamental rights to live because they overprice medication that will save these people's lives. But that is not the conversation we're talking about now. We're talking about how there are very many people who will not provide medical care to people in underdeveloped countries because it is not profitable and they will not make money. Paul Farmer was not like that at all. He had the most basic needs covered for him, but besides that, he gave everything to his cause. He worked hard to get these resources for them, and it paid off. There are so many things that he did that would not have been possible if he didn't take those steps and convince people to give resources and money into making these things possible. He has saved thousands of lives because of his selfless quest to provide healthcare for underdeveloped countries. Paul Farmer was a wonderful man, and we have truly lost a light in this world because of his passing. People like him definitely give me faith in humanity, because a lot of times these days my faith in humanity is not at its highest because there's just so much discourse and so much hate. But people like Paul Farmer help me remember that it's possible. It's possible to change the world for good. We can do it. We just need to work together. And there are some people like Paul Farmer that will take the lead and will make the biggest differences, but that shouldn't discourage us from not doing more because someone else will do it. Because we shouldn't ever rely on someone else to do everything. And I'm not saying like leave your job and do philanthropy work in underdeveloped countries with little to no pay, because that's not something that we are all able to do. But there are ways that we can help. We can donate to these charities. We can spread the message. We can provide compassion and empathy for these people struggling. And that does so much more than just staying silent. You don't have to create huge waves, but you can do a little bit. We can all do a little bit. If a lot of us do a little bit, huge things will happen. Paul Farmer is a catalyst. He himself is a catalyst for others to do good things. And I think that we should all be inspired by him to do good things. That's my piece. I would honestly recommend this book to everyone. There is a version that is a bit of an easier read because the writing style is very advanced. It is quite vocabulary heavy. So if you would like a more simple version of this book, there is one available, but I do think everyone should read this book. If you like medical history, read it. If you like philanthropy, at the very least, look at the documentary on Netflix, because I think everyone should be aware of who Paul Farmer is. But yeah, these are who I think should read it. And yes, this is an amazing book. That is all I have for today though. If you liked the video, make sure to like it. Comment down below your favorite type of history to research, and subscribe if you like my content. I will be doing this as regularly as I can. Hopefully it will continue to be a weekly thing. I don't want to stop weekly uploads just because I'm moving and starting classes. So yeah, without further ado, this has been Moo. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Bye!